Hey, we're here today to talk to you about the difference between the star and snowflake schema and when you would use one of the schemas over the other. But first, what is a database schema? A database schema is a skeleton structure that represents the logical view of the entire database. It defines how the data is organized and how the relations among them are associated. It formulates all the constraints that are to be applied onto the data. Before we begin, we'd like to define a few of the key terms when talking about star and snowflake schema. First and foremost, a data mart. A data mart is a repository of data that is designed to serve a particular community of knowledge workers. Data marts enable users to retrieve information for single departments or subjects, improving the user response time. Because data marts catalog specific data, they often require less space than data warehouses, making them easier to search and cheaper to run. On the other hand, a data warehouse is a repository for all data collected by an enterprise's various operational systems. Data warehousing emphasizes the capture of data from diverse sources for access and analysis rather than the transaction processing. A star schema is a schema that uses a single factor table and dimension tables to function as a data mart. A factor table is a table containing foreign keys to the table to the dimension tables and numeric values. A dimension table contains the categorized data. It is called a star table because it looks like a star with the dimension all having the factor table as the center. A snowflake schema also uses a factor and dimension tables, but the dimension tables are normalized, making them multidimensional. This schema functions as a data warehouse and is called a snowflake because it has multiple layers of tables, appearing somewhat like a snowflake. The differences between these two schemas are the star is not normalized, whereas the snowflake is. This allows for the snowflake to contain less redundancies than the star schema. Another difference is the query complexity is higher in the snowflake, which allows for more logically organized queries. So when would you use a snowflake schema over a star schema and vice versa? Use a snowflake schema when the dimensional table is relatively big in size because snowflaking is better as it reduces space by reducing redundancy. You would want to use a star table when using less data due to its simplicity.